What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're checking out the Log+Jotter for November of 2024. For those that aren't familiar with this subscription, Log+Jotter costs $5 a month, and for that they send you an American-made 3.5 by 5.5 inch pocket notebook with the page styles of your choosing and a unique cover design each month. Check out my playlist on Log+Jotter if you'd like to see some examples of covers they've sent out previously. But for now, let's get into it and see what they sent for November. And we'll start with that back cover just to build the anticipation a little bit. So first thing I noticed with this month's cover design is that we do get the full wraparound design where the images from the front wrap all the way onto the back. And I'm always a huge fan of that because it just makes the back cover a little bit less boring. But also in this case, I think it's really important because the image really serves as a background. And so there's a lot going on the front cover. You can't fully appreciate the image and soak it in without flipping over to the back cover. And it's a pretty busy design. We're kind of zoomed in a little bit into this scene, but as you look closer you can start picking out individual leaves and branches and tree bark and see that we have this woods or forest scene going on. And I love the colors they went with, super earthy tones here, and they contrast really well with the logo this month. We have the bright yellow Log+Jotter made in America, and all of those combined give off a really nice fall vibe or even almost a hunting season vibe with that high vis yellow. And so big fan of that. But let's turn it around and take a look at the front cover for the first time here. And as you can see, that design does wrap around, but with all of that text over the top, it's a little bit more difficult to read. But I really do enjoy the imagery this month, and that yellow looks great over the top of it. We have Made in America up top for pocket carry, Log+Jotter, quality brand, and of course their slogan, which is make a story, tell a story, sometimes presented abbreviated as MOS plus TOS, but we got the full write-up this time. So big fan of this one. It definitely pulls off those fall vibes really well and just looks good overall. I'm a big fan of this month's design, but would love to hear your thoughts a bit down in the comments below. Now let's get to the interior. As I mentioned, there's a few different page styles you can choose from. I do get the dot grid style pages, also available with standard grid style pages and blank options. 40 pages no matter which one you choose. Interior cover, we have the inch ruler along the edge, a spot for your name and log dates, a log summary section, the travel log, and of course those page prompts, which feel free to take advantage of them in your own journaling or even down in the comments if you want. So we'll read through those together. Up first we have What I Love About Nature, followed by a poem about the season change, sketch a cabin in the fall, Thanksgiving conversation starters, those are always helpful, a memory of my grandparent, write down a family recipe, the things I'm thankful for, and a letter to future me. And so really nice mix of them. That things I'm thankful for, obviously super relevant right now. And I think last year we left those down in the comments during the November issue. So if you want to add what you're thankful for in the comments, I'd love reading through those. But let's get over to the back cover now. We have the centimeter ruler, a large section for list as we don't get that synopsis usually anymore, the important dates on the bottom, and of course the issue design is called Out in the Woods, very appropriate. Issue date November of 2024. Really strong month this month. I also have a pen here. I included a pen last month. Got a couple questions about what it was down in the comments, so we'll talk about it going forward. When I include a pen, I'll make sure to mention what it is. And this one was very intentionally chosen. This is the Soul-Built Mark Smith Ultra Fine. So this is a bolt action permanent marker with that ultra fine tip that is currently going on Kickstarter, which is why I chose this one for this month. Now the Kickstarter is fully funded, so it's definitely going to come to fruition. In fact, I think they're 7 or 8 times their funding goal at this point. But the reason I mention it now is they do have the early bird pricing through the Kickstarter, where it's I think something like 25% off what the retail price of these are. So if you do want to take advantage of it, it's better to get it through the Kickstarter and pay that discounted price than waiting for these to actually release. And they also have a in time for the holidays option. So if you're thinking about getting one of these as a present, you can order it through that option and make sure you have it in time for the holidays. The only downside to the Kickstarter versus waiting is that I don't think they offer the engraving on there. So you can see mine has the channel name on there, Uncommon EDC, and I don't think that's an option through the Kickstarter, which it should be for the full version once it releases, if it's any indication of the original Soul-Built Mark Smith, which you can do that regularly. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Definitely let me know what you think about this month's cover and what you're thankful for this month down in the comments. I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, joining the channel as a member, or checking out some of my other videos. They all help out the channel a ton. And as always, I hope you have a great one. Take care.